there has there has been a lot of fluctuation in my energy over the past, say week and a half. Very up, very down, very deep emotional, like discouragement one day and positivity the next. And I'm kind of feeling a little displaced. I know there's growth going on and I know there's things happening because today things kind of started to perk up, but I still have this overwhelming sense of doubt in what I'm doing. Is it reaching the right people? What can you tell me about that, please?
Part of what you're experiencing is the death of your corporate background, the need for success in regards to the effort put in. This is the false economy of your matrix, the ROI, the return on investment, the measurement. Where you're headed, there are no measurements. You are settling into a slow and gradual understanding at a deeper level within your being, beyond the concept of what your egoic mind tells you. That it doesn't matter if you have a single client today or 100 knocking on your door. Anybody looking for help is a success. But not so much that even if there's not a knock on the door, it is a success. Because what you're building is a result of the growth of your soul within your body, the higher level of vibration you've achieved through all of your personal work. In other words, service to others through a business format is secondary to all of the healing you've done for yourself personally, which is the primary goal, because that is what leads you to a happier, more joyful, and fulfilled life. In other words, your example to the masses is, I used to be like this. And your book highly outlines all of the previous ways of living and also the stress, the disappointments, the anxiety as a result of living those different lifestyles versus the way that you are now. That is your true benefit to your collective. That simply you're living a happier life because you found the courage to expose everything that wasn't working for you, to walk away from it, to share it publicly, and then to also walk a new path that was in alignment with who you truly are. That is your primary goal because your job is your happiness. It's nobody else's. And you've done an exemplary job, as you well know, because you are happier now in this moment than you were the week before, the year before, and a decade before. And so the secondary effort is to package it up and offer it in form of a service to the masses. And we understand it is frustrating at this time because there's not many people wanting to consume it. And those who do take a bite go, ooh, that's a little bitter. I wasn't expecting that. And this is okay because the vast majority are absolutely not ready for any of you yet to help them because they haven't hit rock bottom. Well, it's coming. We assure you it's coming, but of a timing that is appropriate so that the mass is not the right word. the majority of the collective will be ready to pivot when that moment comes. It's not a decade out. It's not even 5 years out. You're in the middle of it right now. Again, if you turn on the news, you'll understand what we're talking about. And it's only going to get louder. The next 6 months will make the first 3 months of this year look like a walk in the park. So please recognize when you're having a down moment, or your egoic mind is chirping at you louder than ever, saying, told you so. What a waste of time and money and effort. Nobody's going to eat this. Just remind yourself, you're not doing it for others. You're doing it for yourself, first and foremost. And then that empowers you to offer help to others. And the offer to others at this point is building the foundation of your business the way you see fit, the way your heart calls you to, and your skills allow you to. In preparation for when the moment comes that something will occur, and we're not going to explain what it is, but it will impact your planet in totality, and those masses will wake up. And there'll be a great amount who will be in denial. They won't consume anything. They'll stick to their guns, as you like to refer to that saying, and they will go down blazing. But the majority will want to pivot. And we have said before, when that moment comes, you will look back at this time and say to yourself, "Ooh, remember those quiet times?" Because that is the impact of a collective waking up en masse. This is why, theoretically speaking, metaphorically speaking, we mean, when they talk about the 144,000, you are one of those people. This group is a part of that collective. You are the foundation, the light standard, part of the neural net that must be in place for when the matrix completely comes down and the masses awaken. Who, and by the way, they will awaken at different levels, varying degrees, but they will awaken and they'll be reaching out to anything and anybody who went before them or who were in place already that they used to scoff at. You'll be surprised how many people will come to you and they will say, "You don't know me, but I looked at your channel like a year ago. My friends and I made fun of you, and I'm so sorry. You don't even know I did that, but I am so heartbroken because now I need your help." And they will confess these things to you. But this is a need for your egoic mind to have a return on investment in the moment because it is what you're trained to measure. It's the way your economy in the false matrix has been ever since it was incepted. But the economy of the future is not about turnaround. It's not about volume. It's not about anything of that nature. It is simply you living your life. And when you're happy, centered, and grounded, and feel you'd like to offer some of your time into your business to take in people that could utilize your assistance, you make yourself available. Because it's what your heart wants you to do. But there will be times in the future where you're going to want to sequester yourself for months at a time for your own continued growth and healing, because awakening doesn't mean you stop shedding your trauma. And this whole idea of what humans believe is the more balls you can juggle in the air, the bigger and grander you are. That concept goes out the window. You don't need to juggle anything. You just need to care for yourself first and foremost because your happiness is your job. And then you make yourself available into your business as you so choose when you're ready to do so. It's just that we understand how difficult it is when you're in your role at this time within a matrix that's still alive and kicking. It's easy to feel down if things don't seem to be moving as fast as you hope, or there doesn't seem to be any light at the tunnel at some point that you'll actually will get the customer set you hope for. But in those moments, we just simply ask you to take a step back and remind yourself that's not what you're doing. You're healing yourself. That's what you're doing for your happiness, for your joy. And if nobody ever comes knocking on your door, you'll still be happy and joyful because that's what you did it for in the first place. We hope this helps answer your question.
It definitely does. Thank you very much.